Good morning, everyone. If everybody could take your seats. The students are on their way down the hallway, so they will start processing in just a moment. So if you've not already done so, I ask you to make sure that your cell phones, pagers, and other electronic devices are on silent. You can take photos and enjoy the ceremony. Thank you. They'll be in shortly.
Good morning. I feel like we're in church. So welcome. I have a script here. Let me find it. If you guys don't know me, I don't do scripts very well. So one of the things that please silence all your cell phones, mobile devices, laptops, whatever you have, please silence them for the ceremony. Okay. So let's get to it. So welcome to the South Georgia campus of the Philadelphia College of Osteopathic Medicine. This is our first white coat ceremony. We have a lot of firsts with this inaugural class. A meaningful event of the class of 2023. We will now have a moment of reflection offered by Mr. Todd Presley, Maintenance Technician Lead, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. Please stand for the reflection and remaining standing for the pledge.
Thank you, Dr. Sampson. If you would, please join us for a moment of reflection. Thank you. At this time, I would like to welcome to the podium your class of 2023 Student Council President, Ms. Jasmine A. Kelly, to lead us in our Pledge of Allegiance.
All right, please cross your heart. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Getting my steps in today. All right, so thank you, Mr. Presley and Ms. Kelly. Each of you who honor these future physicians with your attendance this afternoon is very special to us. Yes, please be seated. We definitely want to thank you for being here. It shows that you have the interest and the dedication, obviously, to show these students their first white coat ceremony. So thank you for being here. I would like now to introduce the chair of the class of 2023, Matthew Powell, who comes in from Birmingham, Alabama, and earned a bachelor's degree in history from Furman University. Matthew will make remarks on behalf of the class.
I want y'all to hear what I wrote. Let's see. All right. So thank you, Dr. Sampson, and thank you to my classmates who have given me the honor to speak with you today. Before I get started, I'd like to recognize the rest of the class officers who were elected, the DO Council officers, and the 2 class representatives. You've already met Jasmine A. Kelly, our DO Council president. Max Kabalowski is our vice president. Andrea Dumenigo is our secretary. Nikhil Patel, the treasurer, and Kathleen Bryan is our historian. Thank you to them and to our class representatives, Jasmine Rogers and Shelby McGee. Again, thank you for all that you've done, and I'm excited to see what we're going to accomplish together. In the short 2.5 months that we've had time to spend together, I've already been discovered as a person of a few thousand words, so I wanted to make my speech today a reasonable length. I finally got it trimmed down to 26 pages, and we'll get started now. Thank you to Dr. Sampson for having the vision for this school and working diligently to see it through to completion. To the administration who saw the need and the potential in this area of the country and coordinated this institution's beginning. To all the faculty who took a leap of faith coming to Moultrie, Georgia to teach us. To those of you who have taught us already, thank you for all the work you've already put in to position us for our success. We want to make you proud. And to the faculty we haven't had the privilege to learn from yet, we look forward to spending more time with you next term. And to the people who keep this building running, over it all, Miss Joanne Jones, the woman behind the scenes who makes things happen as if by magic. Mr. Todd, head of facilities, for having the know-it-all to fix just about anything. For Grant, Matthew, and Tammy, the IT team, for having a lot of patience. the security team, who is surprisingly good at learning each of our names, and to Ms. Dana, who keeps this building looking so beautiful. Thank you. To the people who got us here, families, friends, and guests, please raise your hand if you have ever been personally victimized by pre-medical coursework, MCAT practice tests, personal statement revisions, interview preparation, or other obstacles on your loved one's journey to med school acceptance. Yeah? Parents, loved ones, spouses, friends, doctors who allowed us to shadow them, and all of those who have supported us in every way imaginable, we truly can't thank you enough. You felt the passion that each of us have for our dream of becoming a physician, and encouraged us, pushed us, and loved us. Thank you. We did it. In talking to the third-year PCOM students who are doing their rotations down here at Colquitt, each class of medical students has a theme or a reputation, a vibe. I'm proud to say that in the 68 days that this class has had together, we have our vibe. We're the grinders. We're the class that scratches and claws and hustles, that waits at the door of the anatomy lab on Saturday morning for security to come let us in, that pushes one another, that peer tutors one another, that spends the extra hour reviewing the roots, trunks, division cords, and branches of the brachial plexus, instead of rolling over and admitting defeat, or as we like to say, taking the L. This is a powerful moment. The class of 2023 is incredibly honored by today's ceremony to be celebrated for our accomplishments thus far and commissioned toward our accomplishments to come. We finally get our reward for the sleepless nights that we spent trying to piece together a 12-page paper on a book we didn't read for a class that we let slide in order to study for more important classes like genetics and organic chemistry. A shiny white coat with the word medical student on it. The tradition of the white coat started in the 1990s as a way to distinguish physicians not only as women and men of science, but as professional, ethical people that can be trusted with human life. It also has become clear that these coats represent our acceptance into the community of physicians. Though our coats are short today, their length will grow with our knowledge and experience. As we draw nearer and nearer to receiving our coats today, I would like to propose an additional celebration 4 years from now. At the end of our primary medical education, after we've worn these coats for 2 years of classroom work and 2 years on clinical rotation, let's return to celebrate how the coats have changed. Let's think back to today when our coats are crisp, clean, and white. And at the end of 4 years, they will surely be anything but, covered in marks which represent the hours of dedication to the mastery of medicine. Today, as we begin our journey, our coats are a commission. Let's return in 4 years to celebrate them. Again, thank you all for being here today, and class of 2023, are you with me?
I'm glad we didn't have him send that through an email, because he'd still be up here. Inside joke. All right, so now I would like to introduce, Matt, I want to thank you for helping with my tie, and Dr. Petrie, because, yeah, no. Anyway, so I'd like to introduce Dr. Jessica Brumfield Mitchum, who is a board-certified licensed family medicine physician who currently practices in rural South Georgia at Colquitt Regional Medical Center. She is also part of the teaching faculty at Georgia South Family Medicine Residency Program, from which she graduated this past June as chief resident. Her medical interests include rural medicine, women's health, preventative health care, and health care of underrepresented populations. While in residency, Dr. Brumfield Mitchum served 2 years as a resident director for the Georgia Academy of Family Physicians and represented the state of Georgia as a chapter delegate to the National Congress of Family Medicine Residents at the the American Academy of Family Physicians National Conference of the Family Medicine Residents and Medical Students. She also was a member of the South Georgia Medical and Research Consortium Graduate Medical Education Committee. Dr. Brumfield Mitchum is from rural Louisiana, but now is called Georgia home. She graduated from the Philadelphia College of Osteopathic Medicine, Georgia campus 2015, one of my former students as well. Prior to medical school, she received a Master's of Science degree from Drexel University in Philadelphia, and earned a Bachelor of Science degree in Biology from Xavier University of Louisiana in 2009. She's also a member of the Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. Please join us in welcoming Dr. Jessica Brumfield Mitchell for her remarks.
Thank you for that introduction, Dr. Sampson. I'm a little height challenged, but I'm afraid to move this, so I'm just going to stand to the side. Good morning. To the administration, faculty, and staff, thank you for the honor of speaking today. To the family and guests of this distinguished class of medical students, welcome. And to you, the students of the PCOM South Georgia class of 2023, congratulations. Give yourselves a hand. When I was asked to speak, I thought, wow, how time flies. I remember being where you are just 8 short years ago at my own white coat ceremony. After the first OMM practicals, SPOM, primary care skills, I was so excited to have made it through the first term of classes. I had no idea what the future held for me then, but I knew my white coat ceremony was only the beginning of an interesting journey. I remember my parents came to the ceremony, and afterwards they presented me with a gift. It was a framed picture of an old grade school photo alongside a letter that I had written in 4th grade. It was a homework assignment to write a letter about what you wanted to be when you grow up. Because I always knew I wanted to be a physician, it was easy for me to write that letter. After the ceremony, when my parents gave me the framed picture and letter, tears came to my eyes because they had been saving the letter for so long, and it was a reminder that I was on track to accomplish my goals. Class of 2023, today, I hope you are reminded of someone who encouraged you and believed in you up to this point. If they aren't here, later on pick up the phone and tell them thank you. Now, I've read about your class. You have earned undergraduate degrees from all over the state of Georgia, as well as other states. Many of you have also earned master's degrees. You are the best of the best. Out of more than 3,000 applications, the 59 of you were chosen to be a part of this inaugural class, and for that you should be proud. Your very presence in this class indicates that you have what it takes to join the ranks of clinicians before you. However, as much as you may have hoped that I tell you about how donning the white coat symbolizes your entrance into an illustrious world of prestige or a secret society of prominence, you are sadly mistaken. Please don't misunderstand me. The practice of medicine is honorable, and you should be privileged to be part of such a great calling, but this day is not about you. This day is about every future patient that you will encounter from this day forward. When you walk down hospital and clinic hallways, patients and their families will identify you as a medical professional. Some may notice that your white coat is shorter than your attendings and realize that you are a student. However, most won't even know the difference. They will look to you for answers, for compassion, and for comfort. They will trust you with their deepest, darkest secrets and fears. They will place value in your clinical judgment and expertise. They will expect you to treat them no less than you would care for your own family member. Your white coat is not only representative of your obligation to care for your patients, it is a garment of identification for your colleagues, a team jersey, if you will. Your white coat shows that you are part of a team of medical professionals. As I mentioned before, this day is not all about you. Yes, you have made it to medical school due to your success as an individual, but now you must learn to work with each other. You must learn to rely on those around you for the benefit of your patients. I can recall one incident in residency while on night shift. A nurse called me regarding a patient who complained of vague chest discomfort. When I got up to the patient's room, the nurse had already gotten an EKG and had it in hand when I arrived to the floor. The patient's EKG was abnormal, and I got a tad bit nervous. I ordered stat cardiac labs and got the cardiologist on the phone. It was about 4 a.m., but the cardiologist answered and assured me that he would be there soon. Luckily, things turned out well for the patient, but it could have been fatal if not for the healthcare team. My point is, no matter how much you know or think you know, you cannot provide adequate health care for your patients without being part of a great team. Even before your 3rd year, when you step into the hospital for rotations, keep that team mentality at the forefront of your mind. Class of 2023, Look at the student to the left and to the right of you and say, I am on your team. I guarantee you, if you practice camaraderie now, the rest of your medical education will be much more fulfilling. Seek, cherish, and respect the advice and counsel of those who came before you in this profession. They have walked the path that you are set to travel and have gone through the rigors of medical training. Give honor to those professors and mentors who have chosen to give back to this profession by educating you, the future generation of physicians. Years from now, when you are in the depths of providing quality care to your patients, I hope that you too would pay it forward and reach back to those who walk in your footsteps. Today, your pristine white coats are clean and new, but eventually will become old and stained. Allow those stains to remind you of obstacles you face and mistakes you make. It's gonna happen, I promise you. But I urge you, please keep your white coat clean. It shows professionalism, and your patients will think highly of you when you take pride in the way you present yourself. Just as you should wash and clean your white coat often to rid it of any blemishes and restore its snowy hue, remember to self-evaluate often, but not to dwell on those mistakes, rather learn from them. Don't be afraid to ask for help when you need it. Remember, you are on a team. Physicians are scientists, and the practice of medicine is the application of science. As a physician, your learning never ends, hence we use the term practicing medicine. You should remain curious, keep reading, keep asking questions, keep searching for answers and cures. The moment you stop seeking knowledge is the moment you become the most dangerous, not only to your patients, but to this profession. Today, your white coat pockets are empty, but soon you'll fill them with stethoscopes, pens, reference books, and journal articles. At some point, you're gonna ask the classmate to perform OMT on you due to neck and shoulder pain from carrying around so many things in your pocket. Let this remind you that your white coat symbolizes the heavy weight of responsibility that comes with being a physician. Practicing medicine can be stressful. It's very demanding and requires you to put your patients first. There will be times when you are faced with giving the grave diagnosis that a patient fears the most. You will share in the sorrow of a family member as you hug them and tell them their loved one has passed away. You will feel defeated when a patient is non-compliant and does not adhere to your instructions. And honestly, as the way we practice medicine in this country continues to change, you will feel burdened with the demand to see more and more patients each day. You will become frustrated with the amount of time it takes you to complete patient charts and navigate the electronic medical record systems. All of these things will weigh you down, just like the items that fill up your white coat pockets. However, you must be resilient, which is defined by the ability to withstand or recover quickly from difficult situations. You must learn to work hard for the sake of your patients while also learning to take care of yourself. You must identify healthy ways to practice wellness and discover those things that help you withstand and recover quickly. The rate of physician suicide is higher than it's ever been. This is due to many factors that are beyond the scope of this talk, but I personally believe those statistics can change, starting with you, starting with us. In closing, I'd like to congratulate you again on your accomplishments thus far and donning your white coats. I hope you celebrate and reflect on what today means for you. However, let's be honest, 5 or 10 years from now, you may not even remember who your white coat speaker was or anything that I have to say today. And it's okay. There is something I do want you to remember: the feeling, the purpose, and the why. Remember the emotions that you feel right now at this white coat ceremony as you are embarking on one of the most rewarding journeys anyone could travel. You may be a little bit nervous due to fear of not knowing exactly what lies before you, but you have worked hard and are proud to be here. Remember that you are on a team, and when things get tough, you are not alone. Remember that you must take care of yourself and be well physically, mentally, and emotionally in order to provide the best care for your patients. And finally, remember your why. Remember that you are here because you have made a choice to live a life of service. You are here because you realize that your life is bigger than you alone, and you have so much to give the world through the practice of medicine. Congratulations. Thank you. And now it's time for the members of the class of 2023 to receive their white coats. Dr. Petrie and Dr. Frederick will come on stage where they will assist our students with their white coats. At this time, the class of 2023 will recite its mission statement. I'll say it along with you guys. Our pledge as future physicians, you guys say it with me. Our pledge as future physicians of the PCOM South Georgia DO Class of 2023 is dedicated ourselves as advocates for our patients' mental, physical, and spiritual well-being. With our mastery of clinical aptitude, we will nurture. Y'all don't have it. It's supposed to be on your, I have the wrong paper, maybe. Sorry, guys. Here's the real one. Yeah, that was just a warm-up. All right, we're ready now. We, the PCOM South Georgia DO Class of 2003, commit to professionalism, teamwork, being open to criticism, and treasuring quality time with friends and family. We pledge to utilize osteopathic principles to treat the whole person, mind, body, and spirit. Together we stand for our community, pursuing excellence through dedication, humility through service, mastery through practice, and compassion through care to be doctors, devoted to learning, vigilant over dignity, dedicated to care, and worth of trust. Again, congratulations, class of 2023. You can be seated.
I purposely didn't put that in there just to throw you guys off. You know I'm evil like that, but I wouldn't do that. All right, so couple little comments, and then I'll read what I have to read. So this ain't graduation, right? You got a long road ahead. You have your jackets, and I apologize for my voice. Jasmine and I were in D.C. yesterday on Calm Day at the Hill talking to our politicians about what we need for medical education, so I apologize for my voice. But you guys have had your jackets from day one. You've got to meet the judge. You got to meet the governor. Thank you. You were paraded around in front of the House of Representatives. You're a special group. Now we make it official that you become part of the medical community. That's not something should be taken lightly. Again, this isn't graduation. This is a whole. Basically, the ceremonies is basically teamwork, as Dr. Brumfeld said. It's teamwork. We're all together in this, and so that's why you help each other put your jackets on. Some fumbled a little bit harder, but when you're jacked as Griff, I mean, it's kind of hard to get that jacket on. So basically, you have your jackets now. What is given can be taken away, and only you can prevent that by studying. And I know you guys study so hard, and you're dedicated to this, because I see you all the time here, and that's amazing to me. And just the dedication of your class up to this point, and I can only imagine it's going to get better and better and better. You guys have the right there to wear these white jackets right now, so that's awesome. So give it up for you guys. So let's do this, like in 4 years, for the real thing, and we'll make it individual. Right now, this is about teamwork, because you've joined a collaboration of physicians that have done this forever. And so again, what you've earned now, I can only imagine the success you're going to have after this. So now I'll read my scripted part. This class has already become an integral part of the PCOM South Georgia family. The presence of the many faculty and staff members that are here today to speak to our wish to celebrate their efforts thus far, and our desire to support them as they continue to strive for success. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, the President and the Dean, the faculty, distinguished guests, family members, and friends, I offer you congratulations. We expect good things from each of you. I now ask Dr. Sadie Doziero class of 2023 to come forward, but I have more comments. So, with having these jackets, you represent us, and you guys have done an amazing job to represent us. We are on Facebook Live, so the thousands and hundreds of millions of people that are watching this today, you're again in the spotlight. Don't succumb to pressure under that spotlight, because you're going to be, as a physician, you're under spotlight every day from your patients. So you want to make sure that you grab this education, learn as much as you can, always ask the why of everything, and that will make you a good physician. You're on your way so far, and I'm so proud of you guys. All right, Sadie, come on up.
Class, stand. I am unwritten, can't read my mind. I'm undefined. I'm just beginning, the pen's in my hand, ending unplanned. Staring at the blank page before you, open up the dirty window, let the sun illuminate the words that you cannot find. Reaching for something in the distance, so close you can almost taste it. Release your inhibitions, feel the rain on your skin. No one else can feel it for you, only you can let it in. No one else can speak the words on your lips. Drench yourself in words unspoken. Live your life with arms wide open. Today is where your book begins. The rest is still unwritten. I am unwritten, can't read my mind. I'm undefined. I'm just beginning, the pen's in my hand, ending unplanned. Staring at the blank page before you, open up the dirty window, let the sun illuminate the words that you cannot find. Reaching for something in the distance, so close you can almost taste it. Release your inhibitions, feel the rain on your skin. No one else can feel it for you, only you can let it in. No one else can speak the words on your lips. Drench yourself in words unspoken. Live your life with arms wide open. Today is where your book begins. The rest is still unwritten.
Thank you to our American Idol winner, Sadie Dozier. Okay, sit down. I'd like all the faculty, staff, and family, friends, relatives, people that just came in to hang out, please stand up. I know this is off script, but you know me. Give it up for them. They're your support staff. Okay, sit back down. I just do that to say, you know, we're all in this together, and so when you're out thinking that you can't do this, you have your support staff. And please allow me one thing as well. No, I'm not getting a message. No, it's not my manager. Let's get a selfie. There you go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Awesome. It's all about memories. All right, so we will now have Dana Brooks, the Assistant Director of Admissions, present the pinning of the admission ambassadors. Dana?
Good morning. On behalf of PCOM South Georgia Admissions, we would like to say congratulations to you all on receiving your white coats, a successful milestone in your medical school career. We are here this morning to recognize the DO student ambassadors of the class of 2023. As we welcomed you all in August and bask in all the glory of welcoming an inaugural class and opening a brand new campus, we were quickly tasked with filling the next DO class that we will be welcoming in the fall of 2020. Along with this comes a lot of tasks. As a student ambassador, you will play a vital role in this process by introducing and promoting PCOM South Georgia and osteopathic medicine to prospective students. I hope that you all realize that you are part of something far greater than just a medical student. You are part of a movement throughout South Georgia that will change and impact lives, cultures, and communities. I am confident that with our combined passion, as student ambassadors, we will make PCOM South Georgia and osteopathic medicine the top choice to students in our region. Thank you for embarking on this journey with admissions, and we would like to say welcome to the PCOM admissions family. At this time, we would like for you to please come forward as Tori calls your name to receive your ambassador pin.
Peter Jen. Jasmine A. Kelly. Shelby Flowers. Sun Win. Jesse Sarvastani. Sadie Dogerow. Woodley Dominique. Ravi Soni. Allison Tresner. Gershon Carr. Jessica Youssef. McKay Morrow. Jake Massey. Allison Meyer. Kathleen Bryan. Carolyn Twum. Susie Pace. Danya Jamal. Thank you.
That was like the whole class. But we're all ambassadors, so that's awesome. Yes, one team. One PCOM, 3 campuses. One team. All right, so I had something else to say and I forgot. So, thank you for sharing the important event with us. This concludes our formal ceremony. That's what I wanted to do. I want to thank Justina Mason. Just wave and smile. Let's just get used to it. She's our student affairs director down here, and to her left is Patience Mason. No relation, but she's our director of all 3 campus student affairs. So give it up for her. And also everyone else who put it together, Ms. Joanne Jones. A lot goes into putting this together. I'm thankful they just give me a script and go up and talk, and I'm good. So thankfully, I don't have to do too much of anything. All right, so we conclude again. Thank you guys for coming. Let's do this again in 4 years. More pomp and circumstance, but right now we got to get back to work. Students, you didn't know you have a quiz after this. Joke. So you guys have the rest of the weekend off. Please remain seated until the faculty and students have completed the recession. At this time, we cordially invite everyone for lunch in the Southwest Georgia Bank and Deloche Function Center, basically known as the multi-use facility, in the back of the campus. Dr. Petrie, Dr. Frederick, please lead the students in recession. And thank you again for coming.